Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first podcast of the new year. It's too much, way too much, way too much going on. It's just too much going on right now. It's insane. It's just everything is happening. It's just wrestling is completely off the rails right now. That's yeah.
We said 2024 was going to be a crazy one, so.
Yeah, and we're just getting started. So I don't even know where to start. I'm going to start with the last thing I watched, Wrestle Kingdom, which was amazing as always. Stuff happened that I've had questions for, but other stuff is normal. But I just have questions for some stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna start there. So we started with the Battle Royal, which was the last four people going to a match the next night for the KOPW Championship. And the last four people in the match was the Great O'Corn, Taji Ishimori, Yano Toru, and Yo. Okay, so Yo, I swear to God, I want to beat the dog shit out of him. I want to find him in the middle of the street and just beat the shit out of him. Like, he came out, he ran to the ring, and he's just in this fucking tracksuit, and it's like, okay, cool, he has his tracksuit. Then he got in the match, and he lost his fucking shoes, and you're like, okay, that was kind of okay. Then, about 10 minutes later, he has no socks on, he's just barefoot, and it's like, you're getting your ass beaten, you're barefoot, like, you used to be cool. Like, how the fuck did you even last to the last four guys? I was so pissed off that he lasted the last four guys. Oh my God, I was just pissed off. It just fucking pissed me off. Like, it just bothered the shit out of me. Azuka came back, and it was like, yeah, that's great, because he's those wild man, and he's back, and I was just waiting for him to strip the announcer dude. He did in the very end, but that was it just weirded me out. So that was the first match. Then we had junior tag team title matches, and it was Catch 22 versus the Bullet Club War Dogs, Clark Connor and Drilla Maloney. First off, Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney, when they walked out, I swear to God, it was like, these dudes are just fucking strippers. Like, I've watched them wrestle before, but they had on all white gear with the new white belts, and they just looked like oiled up fucking strippers. I'm like, these guys are just fucking strippers. Like, that's their gimmick. They look like fucking strippers. They look like fucking strippers, and it's like they're male strippers. That's their gimmick. That's not their gimmick, but they look like fucking male strippers. I'm like, oh, they're just male strippers. So they're going
the belts that caused that?
No, they just look like male strippers.
Okay.
So they're going up against Catch 22, which is Francesco Akira and TJP. So the last time they fought the War Dogs put TJP in the coffin because they beat the dog shit out of him. They hung him with a dog collar and they put him in a coffin. And TJP tweeted a couple days ago about him being in a coffin. And we was like, okay, well, that's weird. And all of a sudden they had this big entrance where TJP became an Asqua. What's Asqua is a Filipino bat monster thingy. So that was TJP's gimmick, and it's like, oh, that's actually kind of cool because the face looked weird. It was kind of cool, and the match was all right. And Catch 22 won, and TJP was just as an Asqua, and I was like, oh, that's actually kind of dope. It was okay. So that started a trend that I didn't even notice until later on in the night. I didn't notice because Catch 22 beat the War Dogs. The War Dogs had on white. And it was like, okay, yeah, no, that's normal. They had on white. So then it was Tanahashi versus ZSJ. And it's like, okay, he's going to go for the TV title. I did not expect Tanahashi to beat ZSJ, which is Zack Sabre Jr. So Tanahashi beats him, and then I realized something because somebody pointed it out online. Was like, wait a minute. Zack is also wearing white, and he just lost. I was like, okay, so there's two people that was wearing white, and they lost. All right, it's not gonna happen again. It's not gonna happen again. All right, yeah, no, yeah, that's wrong. So then we have the House of Torture, which is Ren Narita and Evil versus Kaito Kiyomiya and what is the name? Shota Umino. Now, here's the problem with Shota Umino. Shota Umino he's the new Tanahashi. He is the guy. He's the guy, and I don't know that anybody really fucking is going to put respect on this guy. It's like he is the new Tanahashi. Like he walks out and he walks out amongst the fans. He's slapping heads. The kids love him, and it's like that's the guy. Like that's him right there. He's the new guy. And then you have Kaito Kiyomiya, who's been beefing with Okada and still complete dog shit in Noah. Nobody in New Japan fucking respects him. And he looks like a fucking younger version of Okada. And it's like, well, he should just move over to New Japan and become the new Okada. But it's like, nah, we're just going to treat him like shit. And the House of Torture beats these guys. And it's like, okay, that's fucked up. Hey, spoiler alert. Shota Umino was wearing white. Okay, yep, there's a thing there. There's a thing there. So then we had another match. It was Yuya Uemura versus Yota Tsuji. Both of these guys have wrestled over probably 40-something times in their Young Lion career. They've been going at it, and it's usually been a draw. And both of these guys wanted to get to the Tokyo Dome. They're like, yo, we want to get to this match. We want to get here. But neither one of them had anything going. They just challenged each other and was like, yo, we're going to have this match at the Tokyo Dome. But they're at Wrestle Kingdom. Their very first Wrestle Kingdom as no longer Young Lions as stars. This is their first one. And Yuya Uemura beats Yota Tsuji. And I was like, that is the dumbest thing because Yota Tsuji is like a fucking way more phenomenal talent than Yota Uemura. He's like this fuck like Yota Tsuji wrestled Sonata in all like for the world title. He should have beat him for the world title because that's how fucking amazing this kid is. He just came back and he challenged for the world title and had everybody going, yeah, he should have been a world champion. It's a loss. He takes a loss. He takes a loss to Uemura, and that's weird. White. So that was a thing. So then we move on to Tama Tonga versus Shingo Takagi for the never openweight title. Neither one of these guys were wearing white, but for some reason, this was a really fucking great match. And Shingo lost to Tama Tonga. And I'm like, oh shit, that's what's up. And I was cool with that until Tama Tonga did the press conference in the back and he goes, yo, I think I might be wrapping up with New Japan soon by the end of the month because like I want to be home close to my family and you know, I'd rather go wrestle an American promotion or do something stateside. And it's like, well, why the fuck did they put the title on him? Like he's leaving. Like what was the point? I was so baffled. I was like, what was the point in this? There was no fucking point. I was like, oh my God, this stressed me out. I was just so fucking angry. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, whatever. Like, I like Tama Tonga, but the fact that he was like, yo, I'm leaving after you just won a title, it's like, what was the point? It was like, there was no point in putting a strap on him. Like, they should have just been like, all right, we're going to keep it on Shingo. You lost. Goodbye. We still love you, but goodbye. But they put the title on him, and it's like, it doesn't even matter. It's like, all right, whatever, man. And if somebody out there is like, oh, he could go to AEW and defend it, or he could do the WWE thing and defend it again, it doesn't matter. You still put the title on a guy that's walking out the door. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. That's my one gripe with that whole thing. It was a really fucking good match, by the way. It was a really fucking good match, but I still don't think he should have won the title if he was leaving. That's it. That's my one gripe. That's it. So, yeah.
Transitional champion, though. That's the thing. It happens.
So then we have the tag team title match, and it's for all the tag titles, for the strong title, For the regular tag titles, it's the Gorillas of Destiny, Hikuleo, El Phantasmo versus Bishamon, which is Yoshihashi and Goto. Now, here we go again. Goto and Yoshihashi come out in white. And it's like, oh god, they're gonna lose. And right before they come out, Nick Nemeth and Ryan Nemeth show up. And everybody's like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Why did they just show up? And immediately you're like, oh, they're going to challenge for the tag titles when this is over. But they showed up and they sat down in the front row. And it was like, huh, that's kind of weird. And everybody's eyes was drawn to them. Like, oh shit, that's kind of weird. But then we just had the tag team title match. And of course, Cassidy win, and they win the tag titles, and they win everything. So yeah, that was a thing. So
Wow.
then we had Hiromu versus El Desperado, and El Desperado beat Hiromu, and I was so happy because El Desperado deserves this. He deserves to win the title at the Tokyo Dome in his big celebration. He deserves it. And he did. He got the title, and it was a great match. Fucking awesome. So then we had the three-way for the global title. I hate that it's called the global title. It's Moxley versus Ospreay versus David Finlay. And I'm just praying the whole time David Finlay wins, praying he wins, praying he wins. And lo and behold, David Finlay wins in a fucking crazy ass match where the fucking War Dogs came out, they got their ass beat, they went through a table, but David Finlay still fucking won. He had the title, and then he's leaving, and he sees Dolph or Nick Nemeth and looks at him and just starts talking shit. And Dolph gets in his face, was like, Doug, I'm not even here for all that. Why are you saying something to me? And they got into a little push match, and then Dolph just punched him. Dolph punched him, they started fighting, and they separated them. And then they separated them, and Ryan Nemeth and the rest of the guys are trying to calm Dolph down. Like, David Finlay goes on the other side, and Dolph just goes, no, fuck this. You know what? Fuck this. He goes through the crowd and starts fighting David Finlay while David Finlay is trying to go to the back. It was like, okay, that was kind of crazy. So then David Finlay gets to the back to start his part of the press conference. And Dolph Ziggler said, you know what? That guy who was getting charged for assault that attacked the judge, I could do better than that. And he did the same exact thing to David Finlay and beat the shit out of David Finlay. And then cut this great promo about how the title is supposed to mean something and the person who holds the title is supposed to mean something. And he just cut this great promo, and now he's going to face David Finlay for the title. And I'm like, okay, I did not have Dolph Ziggler going to New Japan on my bingo card at all. That was crazy.
I could have sworn it was going to be AEW. Side note, that belt is beautiful, though. I may hate the name, too. I agree with you. It's a beautiful belt.
I hate the belt. I think the belt looks fucking disgusting. I think they could have did a better job with the belt. The belt looks too fucking small. Everything about the belt looks like the design on the belt looks fucking disgusting. I don't want to talk about the belt because one, I hate the name. The belt looks disgusting, and it's like you could have done anything in the world to make this look better. Like New Japan decided after fucking 2020, oh fuck our belt designs. They're all just gonna look garbage. The fucking world title still looks garbage. Like they had one of the greatest looking belts, and they just decided, oh no, we're gonna just turn it into this dog shit. And it's like, what the fuck do you do? Why? And then like the one belt that you had that was kind of good looking was the US/UK title. You had that belt. That belt looked gorgeous. Hey, we're just gonna make this global title that looks dog shit. And it's like you're one of the greatest companies in the world, and you're just gonna go, nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna make dog shit titles. What the fuck did they take the WWE model where WWE just like, nah, just fuck it. This garbage titles. Like, no, make a title that looks good. AEW right now is winning in miles by fucking looks of titles. That title looks fucking garbage. It's just fucking lines and a fucking just in the middle is the globe. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Do better. Do better. This is no work. Like fucking New Japan is just fucking losing it with these fucking belts. Like they fucking suck. Like do better. Do fucking better. It's goddamn. I fucking hate that belt. Moving on.
I honestly didn't like the US/UK title, so I disagree with that. But okay.
Okay, then we finally disagree on something.
Because I thought it was ugly in my opinion, but yeah, the
Okay.
reason I like it because like this one because it might be a white strap, but it reminds me of their version of the IC title. So
That's the only thing that's good about it is the white strap. Everything else about it is dog shit to me. Just complete dog
okay,
shit to me. So then we had the next match, and it was Bryan Danielson versus Okada. And Bryan Danielson in the promo before this said, "Listen, Okada, you broke my arm. I came back and I won that match. I made you submit. I busted my orbital bone. I came back and beat the shit out of a bunch of people in this fucking tournament. Every time I get hurt, I come back better. You, Okada, you have never been in that position. You've been able to run through everybody and have no adversity. You got to be hurt. He's like, I'm going to break your fucking arm. He said, I'm going to break your fucking arm and let's see how you come back from that. So the match started, and I'm like, okay, I don't think Bryan is going to do anything of what he said. Boy, was I the fuck wrong. Bryan went in on his arm. He beat the dog shit out of his arm. He kicked his arm like the strongest kicks he can, slammed his arm in the railing. He did everything, slammed Okada on his arm, stomped his arm to the point where, like, the fans know this shit is like, they know that this is wrestling, but it got to the point where it started to become a groan of, oh my God, he's really trying to break Okada's arm. And Okada's face was like with tears, like just coming down his face as Bryan is just fucking his arm up. And then even the announcers got to the point where they was like, yeah, this is very hard to watch. And he just started fucking his arm up. Okada eventually came back and fought through the adversity to beat Bryan. And at the end of the match, like Okada beat him, and Okada, the first thing he did was like he held his arm and then he just went down to the ground and just bowed to Bryan. Bryan got up and Bryan looked at him and he just dropped down and bowed to him too. They shook hands and Bryan went away. And it was like, okay, yeah. This match was great. This match was great.
that
It
ending sounded awesome. I like that the bowing and shit.
yes. And it was so like it was so good, and everybody it was like, oh, this was the match of the night. This is blah 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 blah. And I saw a lot of people immediately go, I'm done because that was a main event to me. And that pissed me off because it's like we have a main event before the world title. I know it wasn't the most hyped up shit, but it was the main event. It was for the world title. It was huge. Like, why did you guys just leave? And like that's like the fucking AEW fans that just came over to see Bryan and they just like, no, this match isn't it, whatever, whatever. And they just left. And even though this match wasn't the hypest match because both of the two people in it were not giving it their all, like hyping this match up, you should have stayed for the match. You should have stayed for the match. Because it was Naito versus Sonata. Sonata used to be with Naito and he left, and now he's doing his own thing. And Naito said in the promo, he was like, Doug, he was like, nobody cares about you as champion. He was like, you don't do anything to make people care. He's like, you just look really good and you could do some cool things sometimes. No one cares. He just kept saying, no one cares. He's like, I don't care. No one cares. I'm just going to win the title. No one gives a shit. And Sonata was like, yeah, you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to win the title and beat you at the Tokyo Dome. Okay. That was Sonata's comeback. And it was like, well, do better. I've been saying this for years. Like, he needs to fucking find it. He needs to find his fucking voice. So they have this match, and the match starts, and it's like a slow build. And then it gets to the point where, like, they're going. Like, it's going. And then Naito goes off the second rope with this move that's kind of like the Destino. It's called the Esperanza. And he does it to fucking Sonata. And this is where the match goes off the rails. Sonata lands on his shoulder and neck. And he's like, oh my God. Like, if you watch it, you see Sonata hit his neck and his shoulder. You're like, oh shit. And you think, like, okay, everything's going to be fine. Like, Sonata gets up. He gets up, and you see him, like, a little bit shaken. They go into the next spot. And then it starts, and then Sonata, like, kind of just, like, you're like, all right, what the fuck? Then all of a sudden, Sonata just starts holding his shoulder. And you're like, okay, this is bad. He's holding his shoulder and his neck. You're like, okay, this is bad. Naito hits one Destino. Sonata kicked out. I'm like, he should have just stayed down. Sonata gets back into the match, kind of. And then he goes to pick Naito up, and he almost drops Naito on his head because his shoulder is so fucked up. And it was to the point where Naito even stopped and looked at him, was like, yo, you cool? And he's like, no, we're just going to keep going through this match. They go through the match. Naito wins at the end. And it's so bad. He wins. And Sonata is still laying on the fucking ground. After the pin, Sonata's still laying on the fucking ground. And Naito and the ref are like, yo, you got to leave. And then Naito looks over at him, was like, yo, are you cool? Like, is everything cool? Because they are friends. But he's like, yo, is everything cool? Sonata eventually got out the ring. So Naito starts to cut his promo. Evil comes out and starts fucking shit up. And, like, everybody's pissed because we just want the roll call. Sonata comes back and beats up Evil with his dangling arm. Him and Naito just fist bump. And he just rolls off. And then Naito, for the first time, acknowledges how good of a champion Sonata was. He's like, yo, you were a good champion. He's like, don't let anybody else tell you different. You bust your ass. You kept this thing going since June. You've been a champion. You've been fucking busting your ass. You've done good. Anybody that says anything else, fuck them. And, like, Sonata's crying because, like, Naito gave him the respect that he always wanted. And everybody, like, soon as he said this, like, the fans, like, erupted, was like, yeah, no, we did believe in you. You just were boring. And then Naito did the roll call. And I like to not, this is the only thing that literally had everybody online, everybody in that arena, everybody around the world that was watching it, it gave them literal goosebumps. Because we've been waiting for years for Naito to do this final roll call in front of fans. And he did it. And that was the loudest De Japón I've ever heard in my whole entire life. That was the loudest shit. Even the commentators would, like, they set out and let him say this. And once they heard that pop, they was like, that was phenomenal. No one's ever got that. 30,000 people yelling De Japón was insane. It was fucking insane. Like, it was one of the moments, like, that has to go down as a moment of the year. It was great. We didn't think we were going to get it. We got it. It goes down as one of the moments. It was great.
Cool.
So, yeah, that was Wrestle Kingdom. So that was that. Now we go back to the States and we go to AEW, which I'm not even going to lie, because not only me, I wonder if you felt this way. Did you feel like Dynamite was different?
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to agree with, like, how it felt different, but it felt different.
Like, yeah, because this Dynamite to me felt like, I don't know why, this felt like an old school Dynamite, like back in the day when they first started. This felt like an original Dynamite, like none of the bullshit that we've been going through for the last 2 years. It felt like it was a Dynamite where it was like, oh shit, they got their mojo back. What the fuck? Like, that's how it felt.
Yeah, I actually was going to compare it to, like, the Daily's Place, like, shows, because I actually liked those.
Like, this, it felt like something, because it just felt like this vibe back. It was like, this wasn't like one of the ones where it's like, oh, this is This is one of them weird, wacky ass AEW shows. Oh, they're doing too much of this and too much of that. They're doing not enough of this. It felt like it was a cohesive show. It felt magic. It felt like some kind of magic was in the air that night, and was like, this is fucking weird. Like, this feels old school, but I love this. Like,
Yeah.
I love this episode. And the episode started off with Samoa Joe talking about how he killed MJF and he finally got the title. And anybody want to step up to him, bring it. I'm like, okay, all right. I was down for it.
Yep.
So
I'm glad. Like, I'm glad to see him as champion. Like, hopefully he has it for a while.
yeah, I think he will. I think he will.
Yeah.
So then we get, it's all about the boom, but then it switches into the new Undisputed Kingdom music. And they come out and everybody's booing them. And I swear to God, I will say this and I will die on this hill. And I'm not even going to die on this hill because, like, this is a real thing. And, like, you probably feel the same way to me. I don't give a fuck what this man does in wrestling. I will never fucking boo him. I swear to God, I will never boo Adam Cole. There's nothing he can do. Like, he can literally just beat the living shit out of somebody and just, like, choke him to death in the ring. And I would be like, no, I love that guy. I love that guy. Like, there's nothing you can do to make me hate him. Like, everybody was booing him. I'm like, there's nothing you can do to make me hate this guy. Seriously.
100% agree. You know what I mean? Had you removed him and put somebody else in there, of course I would boo them. Him, no. Because, like, in this storyline, there's a lot of shit to boo. You know what I mean? The devil shit was obvious. The group, honestly, the group is shit, especially the fact that Wardlow's in it. The music, as you pointed out, you didn't say it on the podcast, but I'll say it for you. The music was shit. Everything was shit. But it's Adam. You can't boo him.
Right. And then Roger Strong starts off with the Adam, and I was pissed off that he did that. I was so pissed off that he did it. It's like, you are now in a group where, like, this comedy shit isn't a thing. So why did you do that? Like, you could have just said, my friend Adam. Like, but you did the Adam thing, and it's like, why? Like, you guys are the bad guys now. This is not a thing.
It's his gimmick now, you know what I mean? So it's not going to go away. They put him over. So
I hope it goes away because, like, he's not. The thing is, like, when he was trying to make a point, that made sense. Now you're together and you're a team. It doesn't make sense for you to do it. It's like, that part is over. Like, you don't have anybody to go, Adam. He's right there. He's literally there. Like, you can't yell it. It's normal. Just say Adam. Like,
part of me wants to pay him for a cameo for him to do it on my stream.
Do it.
Because he has cameo.
What is your stream name, by the way?
Renegade Enigma. I'm on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. So just look that up.
Okay. So then we have Adam Cole cut this promo, and he says, I did this for you guys. And he's like, I did this because I made MJF better. That point, definitely correct, because nobody gave a fuck about MJF until this storyline. He said, I showed you people that he's not worth it. That part is also correct. I kicked him out of AEW. That part is not correct, even though they, like, did the thing where they removed him from the roster page and he's quote unquote gone. That's also not correct.
Storyline wise is correct. We can say that.
Wait. But here's the funny part. There is no reason in storyline for him to be removed off the roster. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing that is weird. It's like, yes, him being injured, yeah, he should be out, but removing him off the roster page, like, oh, he quit the company.
That's too much.
Yeah, it's like, that's not, like, we don't have that. So
And
He's
MJF
make
would not quit for Adam like fucking betraying him. So
exactly. Like that didn't make any sense. So Adam is cutting his promo, sitting down, and he's talking about MJF was the reason he got hurt, which is also true. And then he just lays out his manifesto on the Kingdom are the tag team champions. Roddy's going to go for the international championship. As soon as he said that, I was like, yes, please. I want to see Orange Cassidy versus real Roderick Strong. Yes, give me
yes.
that. I want that. I was like, yes. And then he said, Wardlow's going to win the world title and he's going to give it to me when I'm healthy. And I just died inside for Wardlow because it's like, you can never be your own human. Like, you literally are just everybody's flunky. You're never going to be yourself. You're just a flunky.
Did you see the look he gave when Adam said that? Like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, whatever you say. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fuck you up when you come after me.
And the funny part is, like, Brian Alvarez pointed this out, and I wasn't even thinking about this. He was like, yo, how many times are they going to reuse this story? I was like, you know what? You're right. Because Christian and Luchasaurus are doing the same exact thing. And it's like, damn, you know what? This is a thing that AEW does a lot, where they like do two of the same stories with two different people. Like the fuck?
But wait, there's more.
Mm-hmm.
Because Luchasaurus did it twice.
Yeah. So Jay White comes out, and Jay White's like, "Yo, I respect the shit out of you. I respect the way you did this, but hold up, you didn't have to fuck me up. I was by myself. Now I got the guns." And they went and stormed the ring and started beating up the Devils until Wardlow helped out, so it was a 4-on-3. And then the Acclaim came out because the Acclaim got beat up by the Devils too. So they beat up the Devils, and then the Acclaim and the Bullet Club are standing there, and everybody's like, "Oh, they're gonna scissor each other." The Bullet Club was like, "Nah, fuck this, we're leaving." Like I don't know how to feel because like I'm really in the situation where this is gonna sound like AEW hate, but this is more about Jay White love. I really wish he would have never signed a fucking AEW. I'm sorry. I wish he never would have signed. I know he had to for the money, but I wish he would have never signed.
True.
Because I feel like he's wasted, and like I don't know if it's just like me being a Jay White fan, because a lot of really hardcore Jay White fans say the same exact thing. It's like, dog, like he's being squandered in fucking AEW. Like he doesn't have to respect. Nobody fucking fears him. He's not as cool as he was. It's like he's just there. He's just fucking there. It's like, all right.
Like they got him in a crappy group. He's not even
Mm-hmm.
probably the most popular person in their group. Well, we love him, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
the majority probably love somebody else. But you know, I mean, like Juice, which I don't like. But yeah,
Yeah, I hate
so
Juice.
yeah, he should have went somewhere else. Hell, like he probably would have been treated better in MLW.
Yeah, like this is just it's just it ain't doing it for me.
It's disrespectful.
So yep. So they had an Eddie Kingston package where he's talking about winning the title, and then they had a Daniel Garcia package where once again it's another thing where it's like, all right, you can't do anything to make me boo Daniel Garcia, especially after the fucking media scrum where he just like bared his soul, and then he like cut this really impassionate promo, and it's like, now I can't boo this guy. Like I don't care what you do now. It's like I can't boo this guy either. It's like the fuck is going on? It
Yeah,
was weird.
he seemed like such a nice guy.
Yeah. So then we had an international championship match with it's Dante Martin versus Orange Cassidy. And I don't know why, but like this match was good, but like I don't know what I was expecting after the match. Cause I'm like, okay, they won. I'm like, Orange Cassidy won, all right. But for some reason, I was expecting something to happen after the match because the match was good, but I don't know why. I was like, something's happening after the match. This match was like too. This match was too good to be just like a regular match. I'm like, something's gotta happen. And then
I'm gonna tell you what you were
when,
expecting because like
mm-hmm,
it was what I was expecting. So you tell me if you agree with
mm-hmm,
me or not, right? Part of me expected fucking Top Flight to turn heel and beat their ass,
I kind of was.
and
I was expecting that too.
okay, because I've been feeling like they're gonna go heel any moment now.
And this ending was so fucking awkward because like after the match, Dante loses. Orange Cassidy shakes his hand. They're standing there. They're playing the music. All of a sudden, after they shake his hand, they start playing Top Flight's music because Top Flight's out there and like Orange Cassidy's crew is out there too. And Bryce Remsburg goes up to fucking Orange Cassidy and Dante and goes, "You guys got to shake hands." And both of them literally are like, "We just shook hands." No, you guys got to shake hands again. I think this was part of the like, why are you playing Top Flight's music? It was such a snafu. It was like, what? What happened? It was so weird. And then out of nowhere, Private Party shows up. I
Oh
forgot
my
they
god, it's
existed.
Private Party.
Dude, I totally forgot Private Party existed. I'm not even joking. Like they came out, I was
Well,
like, what?
well,
What?
they like, of course, with the Hardys, the whole brother Zay thing. Like, you gotta give him credit for that. His shit was hilarious.
I like I said, I forgot they existed because after a certain point, the Hardys didn't exist, and neither did Brothers A. So I forgot they
True.
existed because when they walked out, I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" And they're like, "Private Party. Where the fuck have they been?" I know one of them was injured, but like Zay had been around, and then he just disappeared with the Hardys, and they just basically said, "We're better than all the tag teams, even the Hardys," and that got a boo from the fans. I was like, "Okay, all right." So they're back. All right, that's good. Then we had a Tony
Yep.
Storm promo, and Tony Storm is talking, and she's like, Renee asked her, "Hey, are you gonna watch Mariah May's match?" She's like, "I don't watch wrestling," and she gets Luther to pick her up, and she's taking her off, and she just yells, "Tits up!" She's like, "Tits out, chin up." And she's like, "Watch for the shoe." And Luther has her, and somehow she kicks off her fucking flip flop and tries to hit Renee with her shoe. I was like, okay,
Almost got
this is
her
just
too.
getting yes, it's getting better and better. Like Tony Storm is just getting better and better in her role. I I am just like, wow, this is great. She's good. She's really good.
Out of the people who got like released from WWE, like all these years, she's one of the best ones to get released. Like, I'm happy. Like, I love her in AEW.
Yes. And also she said she's not going to stick around because this is New Jersey. As soon as she said she's not going to stick around because this is New Jersey, I knew immediately this was going to lead to something else.
Oh,
So
okay.
then we had the House of Black telling FTR, "You're going to leave your family and you're going to join us when we beat you. And we're going to be your new family because your old family is going to leave you and you're going to come with us and we're going to be family." And it's like, I don't know if that's how you get people to be family by telling them to leave their other family. That's kind of not the right thing, right?
And telling Cash he doesn't have family, so you might as well. That's kind
Yeah,
of insulting.
that's getting sadder and sadder because every week he's talking about Dax's family, and then he always goes, "Nobody loves you, Cash," and it's like, dude, that is sad. That's fucking sad. So then we get a Swerve promo. Swerve basically saying, "Listen, I'm going for Samoa Joe's title. That's what I'm going to do." All right, good. We're going to get Samoa Joe versus Swerve. Not mad at it.
What got
Good.
me is the
Mm-hmm.
fact that I expect him to say he going after the world title, but he like directed the shot directly at Samoa Joe. Me going for the world
Yes.
title, I would not say Joe. I'm not going after Joe. I'm going at the person after Joe, but I'm not going at Joe.
See, but that's the thing. Swerve has confidence and he thinks he can beat Joe. So he's like, fuck it. I'm going after Joe.
That took balls. So credit to him.
Yes. So then we had the debut of Mariah May, and she's going against Queen Amidala. How did you feel about this match?
I'm gonna be honest with you, like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take your route because, like you said, I was too nice last week. I
Mm-hmm.
hated it. Like,
Okay.
it started. It was like real slow. It seemed like there was like all these botches and whatever. And I don't want to call neither one of them green because, like, man, they probably been wrestling for years, but they felt like they were green. Maybe they were nervous or something, but it was like really off to me. Like I hated it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
to me, I was on the exact opposite of the spectrum. We were two completely different people on this one because I love this. Mariah May beat the shit out of Queen Aminata. She was punching her hard, like she was giving her Japanese strikes. And then Queen Aminata was like, nah, fuck this. I can hit hard too. And they just both start beating the dog shit out of each other. And it was like, that's the type of shit I love from women's wrestling when they just beat the fuck out of each other. And like that's what I love about Stardom. It's just like these girls are wrestling and beating the dog shit out of each other. That's what I love. Like, give me more of that. Mariah May like fucking gave her this violent ass drop kick and flipped Queen Aminata out of her fucking shoes. And Aminata gave it back to her later on in the match. It was like, yeah, no, this is exactly what I want. Like this is the type of shit. This is my shit. Like this was my shit. I was like, yeah, I love this because I thought Mariah May was gonna come and do her style, but turn down for the American audience. She was like, nah, I'm just gonna beat the dog shit out of somebody, just like Stardom. I was like, yeah, I love it. I love it.
Now that you pointed it out, that's probably the reason I didn't like it because I'm not used to that style, especially by women.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably something I'm gonna like, get used to eventually. Because like it's not like they're good. But like I don't know. I don't think I like this style yet.
Like, yeah, this is totally my shit, and I loved it. And I was in love with this match. And Mariah May beat Queen Aminata because, of course, she did because it's her debut match. So
Yeah.
she's cutting her promo, and so that brings us into rumor territory. She's cutting her promo, and so the rumors all day were about everybody thinks Mercedes is going to show up in AEW, and they think she was going to show up that night. We're going to go into a full deep dive of this Mercedes situation after the AEW breakdown. But they were like, yeah, it's her. Like she's going to be the one that shows up. But before that, about 2 hours before that, some people got the breaking word of Deanna Purrazzo signed to AEW. And people were like, wait, what? No, Deanna Purrazzo signed to AEW. And Mariah May starts talking shit about Jersey, and then all of a sudden, here comes Jersey girl, Deanna Purrazzo. So Deanna Purrazzo is now all elite.
I like that part.
Yes. And like once again, this is one of the things where it's like I have been around wrestling too long. Like this is one of the things where I'm sitting here and I'm been like, I've been around wrestling for too long. And the reason I say that is because when Ring of Honor was trying to kick off their women's division, they brought in Deanna Purrazzo, who I have seen on the indies a couple times before Ring of Honor had brought her in. And I was like, oh, that's Deanna Purrazzo. I've seen her on the indies. Now, me saying that's been years ago, which means I have followed Deanna Purrazzo's career from then to the WWE run, to the Impact run, where she was one of the strongest women's champions, to now in AEW. And that's where I'm like, wow, I've been watching wrestling too long.
Once again, it's one of those ones that you taught me about because I didn't know about her until you told me about her.
Mm-hmm. And it's just just weird sometimes, like knowing that you've been watching wrestling long enough to see somebody become something of a star. You're like, oh shit, didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
So then we get a patriarchy promo, and we have Mother Wayne, and you don't boo a mother. Oh my god, like, she's so good.
I say to you off the podcast, I'm gonna say it now. That's going
Hmm.
on a T-shirt, guaranteed. It's probably gonna be
Yes,
on a T-shirt by next week.
I hope so. I hope so. And she is so good. And then Christian starts talking about how he finally beat Edge and he got rid of him. And Edge tried to kill his pride and joy, Nick Wayne. He's like, my son. And like he keeps calling him his son. Like, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, this is so good. It's so good. And then starts thanking everybody. He thanks Shayna Wayne. He thanks Nick Wayne. And then I can't think the last but not least, the person who helped me out, the person who made me get this title, and Kill Switch is right behind him. And he thinks he's going to say him. And he's like, me! It's like, you son of a bitch. You son of a
That's
bitch.
the look he gave to, like, what the fuck?
That shit was so good. Christian is such a dick. I love it.
How
So,
badly is he gonna fuck him up when it's time?
oh, he's gonna beat the dog shit out of Christian. He's gonna fuck him up so bad. He's gonna be so good. And I'm just like, I was waiting for somebody to come out and like fuck this whole thing up, but nobody came out, and it just was like a whole Christian thing. And they're like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, I don't know where this
I,
goes because I don't. Mhm,
I was gonna say, I hope when they do break up though, he keeps
mhm,
Kill Switch. Cause like the name's growing on me, I don't want him to go back to Luchasaurus because that was too comical. Like he should be
mhm.
more serious, and that's coming from me who
Yes,
likes fucking funny shit, you know?
I mean I agree with you.
Yeah,
Speaking of funny shit, the Ruby Soho thing with Soraya and Harley Cameron. I don't know what's
she's
going on.
good.
Yes, Harley Cameron is good, but if you keep watching this is kind of like an implied sexual favors for Soraya. Like,
Yeah,
I was so baffled. I'm like, wait a minute, is she like, are they those two together? Like, because she like keeps implying stuff like sexual favors, and like, what is happening here? I'm not against
I
it,
would
but I'm
do.
just like, it's weird. She
She's
keeps
like,
saying, I'll do
I would do
anything.
anything for you. I mean, anything.
Yes. It didn't like Saray was like, hey, keep that quiet. It was like, okay, what is happening? Like, this is what I think is gonna happen, which is gonna fuck a lot of people up.
Hmm.
You know what's gonna happen? She keeps saying she's gonna do
What?
anything for her, right? But you
Hmm.
want to know the anything she's gonna do?
What?
She's gonna sleep with Cool Hand Ange. The breakup, Ruby and Ange.
100%. 100%. Yes.
That's what I see happening. It's gonna be so random because it's gonna be something that you didn't expect. You're like, wait, what the fuck? And you're gonna think that it's gonna be her and Soraya, but it's gonna be her and fucking Ange, and she's gonna, and that's how the whole thing is gonna break up with Ruby Soho. Yep, that's what I see happening.
No, I agree with you 100%.
So then we had a match that everybody is raving about. I kind of see exactly what they mean when they're raving about it, but like I don't I don't know. It's just I just didn't feel it at the time, and like looking back at it, it's like just a little bit I feel, but you know, it's Darby Allin versus Takeshita. And did you like this match?
Honestly, like it's weird to say after I shitted all over May's match. I liked it
Mm-hmm.
because it felt that strong style shit. Like he almost killed Darby. Like at one point, like we joke about Darby wanting to die all the time. It felt like he killed him, like for real, for real.
Yeah, I
I
was.
liked it.
Yeah, and it was so funny because I just like I didn't at first like this match until like my second rewatch was like, yo, am I crazy? And then I was like, oh no, it's not that bad. Like he did beat the dog shit out of Darby, which I love when somebody just like small gets tossed around and murdered. And that's what happened. And that's why everybody liked it. It was like, oh, someone small got tossed around and murdered. Got it.
Yep.
So yeah, like that was a good match. Cause yeah, I was not expecting that to be a good match. Like, because that wasn't one of the matches. And then after the match, for some odd reason, Don Callis goes, "Yo, Sting, you've been undefeated. Guess what? You're gonna lose one match because me, Takeshita, and Will Hobbs are gonna face you and Darby Allin next week, and you're gonna lose." Like, why? It's why? Explain
It's
why.
it was weird. It's weird. They want to kill Sting now.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't like. I don't know. I want them to move on, but okay. So
At least they moved on
then,
from Jericho, and of course they can't go to Kenny because Kenny's not there. But yeah, they moved on from that at least.
yeah, and I hope they stay away from Jericho and move on completely because not even just because of the controversy, just because I'm tired of seeing them go after Jericho. Just move on.
Yeah.
So then we had the four way. The winner faces Eddie Kingston on Collision. It was Brian Cage, Brian Keith, Trent Beretta, and El Vikingo in a four way. And I wanted Brian Keith to win so bad, but he didn't win. So we got Trent Beretta who won. I mean, nothing wrong with Trent, but it's like, okay.
Honestly, I
So
didn't see that coming.
I did kind of because I was like, it's been looking this way for a while that Trent Beretta is trying to break out on his own, and now is another shot of him trying to break out. So yeah, so that happened. Then we have a backstage with Daddy Magic, and all of a sudden, here comes Hangman, and Hangman's pissed off, like, I'm gonna whip the devil's ass. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna kick somebody's ass. I'm so pissed off. And he comes with his bag, and even Daddy Magic is like, what the fuck is going on? And in my mind, I'm like, dude, the devil was here hours ago. You just showed up. Now you want to fight? The fuck?
Like that was a little bit suspicious. That made me think: Are you with them?
Listen, I hope he is. Like that would explain a lot because this rest of it like does not make sense. Because then we get Swerve versus Danny Garcia, which was a really good match. Swerve wins, but once again, I want Danny Garcia to start winning some stuff, win a title, or do something. I want him to do something cool. Please, just do something cool with him, please.
I believe at this point, since like it's obvious, like he has a losing streak now, because like some people have losing streaks and you don't even pay attention to it and whatever. Everyone
Mm-hmm.
loves them. Everyone wants them to win. I call this the money in the bank factor. You know how it is when you win the money in the bank and you have this huge losing streak. You know, like it mostly happens every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially to the guys. I think he's gonna like keep losing, keep losing, keep losing, till one day he goes in a title match and wins that shit by total accident, and then like it's like smooth sailing from there, like all the way up from there. But like
I
they want you to love him more, so he's gonna keep losing until it's unanimous. Everybody loves him, which it's pretty much there now.
basically, but like I just want them to do something with him because like Jesus Christ, like
Yes.
Swerve beats him, and then after the match, here comes Hangman, and Hangman just starts a fight with Swerve. They just start fighting, And that's it. So Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Live basically said this. Also, like Daniel Garcia and Daddy Magic both got attacked by Swerve and Nana, so that was a thing. So Alvarez said on Wrestling Observer Live, he put out this theory, and I'm like, okay, I like this theory. He said that Hangman should win the title from Samoa Joe and have Swerve chase him for the world title, and it takes a long time for Swerve to actually get the title match, and then that's their last match. I'm like, okay.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. So yeah, that was a thing. So yeah, that was AEW Dynamite, which felt really good. So going into NXT, we're gonna go to a little bit of news or rumor and innuendo, like the podcast. So here's the thing. So over the weekend, it was rumored that from Sean Ross Sapp said that Mercedes is going to AEW. The deal is basically done. It's basically done. She's going to show up in AEW, and that was the thing. And everybody's like, okay, cool, she's going to AEW. Then I start hearing rumors about other stuff. I was like, I don't know about that, pal. I was like, no. Then we heard that she was getting $25 million for 5 years, which is like broken down in 5 years. Not she's getting $25 million every year, but she's getting $25 million for 5 years, and it's like, somebody was like, I don't know if that number is correct. And then it was like, hey, maybe it's because, like WWE didn't want to pay that kind of money for her, blah, blah, blah. And it's just all of these rumors. She like had trademarked some stuff for like Mercedes and Monet stuff. And people was like, yeah, she's definitely not going to WWE now. Fuck that. Look, see, she trademarked all this stuff. Then I heard from rumblings from people in the crew saying she trademarked that stuff because she's starting a podcast soon. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's the thing. It could be at a podcast. And Sean Ross Sapp said she's definitely going to AEW. But then he said also, there is she may not show up because until pen to paper, you never know what can happen. And so that was like, well, you said she's going, and everybody's like, dude, don't backtrack now. And he's like, no, that's true. Until pen to paper, you can't say that she's going because everybody is expecting her to go. And then, like, you hear from other people that's saying, yeah, there's people in WWE expecting her to go. There's people in AEW expecting her to go. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, she's going. Until you start hearing other rumors and you're like, wait a minute, like, I'm not sure that this is a thing anymore because all of a sudden they updated her WWE profile page. And the last time they updated somebody's profile page was to CM Punk a few days before CM Punk showed up. And then Sean Ross Sapp said, like, listen, they update people's pages all the time. They updated the Warlords pages. He's like, dude, he's like, that means nothing. From everything I've heard, she's supposed to be going to AEW. Like I said, pen is not to paper, so I don't know if this is 100%. But this is what I've been hearing. Nothing has changed, and this is what I've been hearing. And I'm like, okay, well, that's the thing. Then there was a little bit smoke to the other fire because all of a sudden, Mercedes Monet's theme is on iTunes, and it just got taken off. And the only reason you take stuff off like that is when you're signing the WWE. Not so much the fucking AEW. When you're signing the WWE, they're like, no, you need to take all your other shit off and it's over. And it's like, okay, so there's been conflicting rumors on both sides. And at this point, it's like I give up trying to figure out what's going on because it's too confusing because it's just like one thing is like, oh, she's definitely going to AEW. Then there's other things like, look at these clues. She could be going to WWE. Like until like until someone starts teasing and saying little things or like doing little things to point out, hey, she's coming here. I don't know. I do not know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
You
Like,
probably won't even do hints at this point.
dude, like something has to give. Like something has to give. Like you can't just like let this go and it be a thing. Something has to give. Like you have to say something. Like everyone is literally sitting on the edge of their seat going, what's happening? What's happening? What's going on? And we need answers. Like somebody has to come up with an answer and like please just someone say something.
Yeah.
Just someone say something. That's where we're going. So that goes into another rumor of Julia coming to NXT because Julia this week ended Donna del Mundo, which is her group and faction in Stardom. So last night the show was on. At the end of the show, she calls out the rest of the team. She's like, "Yo, I'm disbanding Donna del Mundo," and everyone's like, "What?" And she basically says she thanks every member, past and present, and everyone was there for the roll call, and it was the end of Donna del Mundo, which immediately have everybody going, "Oh, yep, she's definitely leaving." So the landed spot is looking like it's going to be NXT, and I'm okay with that.
Same.
And the funny part is like I'm super okay with that, but I also am looking at Teleka, which is another wrestler that was with her and on the squad, and I'm like, dude, like why is nobody trying to sign her? Like I know the thing is like she's actually a little bit older, like when she's like in her 30s, and it's like, dude, like why is nobody trying to sign her? Like you, if you ever seen Teleka wrestle, you'd be like, what? Like okay, she's called the Toxic Spider for a reason. And it's like, come on, like somebody should have been like trying to contact her. She's like, I don't know if she wants to go, but like someone should contact her and get her signed. But that's a digression. But that was
Yeah.
that part of the news. And we'll have more news later on because we're going to NXT and New Year's Evil. And it started off with a world title match, a women's world title match, Blair Davenport versus Lyra Valkyria. And not even gonna lie, I did not think Blair was gonna beat Lyra Valkyria. I did not think that was
You
gonna happen.
didn't?
No, I didn't think Blair was gonna beat her. Like there was nothing in my mind, my bones, my soul saying Blair was gonna beat her. Like I like Blair, but nothing was like, nah, she's gonna beat Lyra.
Wow, we're disagreeing a lot because I actually like felt like she was gonna win.
Oh wow. Yeah, like that was not a thing I was thinking. So Lyra beats Blair, and then after that, Lola Vice comes out, but Lola Vice gets stopped by Tatum Paxley. So Tatum helps Lyra, and Lyra's like, yeah, like, oh shit, why the fuck are you here? Like it was so funny.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Question about that though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I forget because like I feel like these like those tournaments are like so far in between. Like I forget exactly how it goes. Since when was it like Money in the Bank? Like where like she could just like cash in on it, like yeah, I'm, right now. I thought it was like you announced it like, oh, we're gonna do it in the next pay per view type of thing. You don't catch in by
That's what I.
surprise.
That's exactly what I thought too. But they were like, no, this is a
Okay.
cash in. I'm like, I had no idea this was a thing. I was like, that
Okay.
fucked me up. Yeah,
Glad it wasn't just me then. Cool.
yeah. So then they announced that Ilya Dragunov would not be wrestling against Trick Williams defending his title. So that was a bust for a lot of people. And then
I was sad.
then they had then they had the no catch crew. They were there because they were going to do a match. Charlie Dempsey was absent because Charlie Dempsey was in All Japan wrestling Nakajima, which was actually really funny because of what everybody said. Because at first, when it was like, "Oh, Charlie Dempsey's going over there, he's not going to be good," and by the end of the match with him versus Nakajima, everybody said the same thing. Was like, "Yo, if he had more time outside of the company and wrestled in other promotions, this kid would be phenomenal." Like, cause he had like flashes of brilliance in that match against Nakajima. He lost, like he wasn't gonna win. He totally fucking lost. But like he had flashes of what Regal can do. And it was like, holy shit, like he's really good. And I
It,
enjoyed it.
it would have been hilarious if he would have won, but like that one, I agree with you. Like, there's no way in hell he's gonna win.
Yeah. But it was like, wow, like I saw a lot of people come around was like, yo, he's really good. And like, if he stayed out of WWE for a little while, he would have been fucking phenomenal. It was like, yeah, no, he would have been. But like, he got the call, his dad made the call, and that happened. So
The the
the
only
quarter,
thing
uh-huh,
WWE has its own style, right? So if he
uh-huh.
adapts to other styles and whatnot, it might ruin his WWE style, and then he might wind up sucking in WWE. You know what I'm trying to say?
Or his styles could be very much better and make his WWE style great, which is
Yeah.
i.e. what I wanted to talk about in this next match. Because
Okay.
the quarter catch crew versus LWO and Dragon Lee wasn't there, and Dragon Lee legit had a visa issue. And the reason that the visa issue was so fucked up was because it came right as the holidays were happening. And because it came at the holidays, he couldn't get it fast enough so he could get back in the country for the match. He's back in the country now, but because of the holidays, he couldn't get it fast enough. So they had to get a replacement, and the replacement was Carlito. So that was a thing. Now,
That wasn't cool though.
but what was cool was Joaquin Wild.
Yes.
Joaquin Wild, they did this thing where he was on the outside, and Carlito and Cruz grabbed the rope. They pulled it and pushed it while Joaquin was on the middle rope and launched him about 20 feet in the air. This was so big that like non-wrestling accounts caught this shit and was like, holy fucking shit, what is this? That's how crazy it was.
Yeah. Like Joaquin is so good. Like they need to give him a title. I don't care if it's
Yes,
a tag team
and
title. Give him a title.
yes, and that's what I mean by not necessarily with the way that people wrestle, integrating it with their WWE styles, because Joaquin Wild and Cruz del Toro wrestle more lucha and they bring it into their WWE style and evolve their WWE style. That's what I mean. Like they
Okay.
use their
Yeah.
style and evolve it to the WWE style, and now this is the style because more flavors make more ice cream.
True. True. I like that. I like that. We're gonna put that on a T-shirt.
Yes. So LWO gets the win, and then we get the Trick and Mellow in the back, and they're talking, and all of a sudden Grayson Waller shows up. I have no idea why Grayson Waller shows up, but he says something that I totally forgot. You know what I forgot?
What?
He won the first Iron Survivor tournament, and Trick won the second one. So they're both Iron Survivor winners, and it's like, holy shit, I didn't know that.
They should have did like a stipulation for this match.
Okay, but
Like a
then we
one-on-one
have
Iron Survivor.
okay. So then we had Ariana Grace versus Roxanne Perez. And Roxanne gets the win, but after the match, she goes fucking crazy. She goes fucking crazy, beats the dog shit out of Ariana Grace. She puts her in a bank statement and fucks her up after the match. And it's like, what the, like, why are you crazy? And it's funny because the first thing people said, soon as they post this headline about her like going crazy, it was like, oh my god, she really is AJ's daughter. And you know what the fuck Roxanne goes, I'm not crazy. She's like, I'm not fucking crazy. I'm like, dude, you are so AJ's daughter. You're so AJ's daughter.
Next thing you know, she's gonna start skipping and shit.
Oh, dude, I'm waiting for it. I'm fucking waiting for it. And she won the match, but because she beat the shit out of Ariana Grace, they reversed the decision to Ariana Grace. So
I feel like
then
that's the
we
first
get,
time that happened in a while.
yes, in a while. So then we get the answer to a question that we've been asking for weeks. Why the fuck does this girl have power? So they asked Ava, Kelly Kincaid asked Ava, listen, you've been working with Shawn Michaels and you've been having power. What the fuck is going on? So Ava says to her something that everybody missed. She goes, well, a while ago, a wise man told me that I need to be in power. And as soon as she said that, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. That thing happened. Oh my God. That was a thing. Dude,
I wonder how many people forgot
that
about that.
a lot of people. Cause like soon as she said, oh, wise man told me, I was like, oh my God, I remember when that happened. We both speculated, like, oh, she's going to be part of the bloodline or something like that. No,
Yeah,
he was giving her advice. Holy shit, that made sense. I like that. I like that.
because I was wondering why it never came to fruition. Like it felt like a throwaway at that point.
Yes. And that's the weird thing about NXT. Like, I've been saying this for a while, and it's just been more and more prevalent. Every time NXT does something, it's like a complete throwaway. You're like, that makes no sense. This is a fucking throwaway. It doesn't make any sense. Months later, they come back to it and it's like, hey, this little piece of the thing, here it is. It's like, what the fuck? Like, and then you just totally forget about it, and they'd be like, what the fuck? That does make sense.
Yep.
Like Blair Davenport and Nikita Lyons still beefing because Blair Davenport was the one who quote unquote took Nikita Lyons out.
Yep.
It's like I was like, okay, this it's all connected. So
That segment
then
was
we
weird
get
to me, by the way.
tell me why you think it was weird.
Nikita was like, basically was like, I could have took you out just now, right? Because like you're hurting right now. And then like Blair was like, well, that's stupid of you because you should have done it. Like, so you're telling me you wanted her to take you out?
No, but I agree with her though. Like, no, like fuck like if you were gonna do it, you should have fucking did it. Like, don't tell me you were gonna do it. You should have did it. Like, just do it. Fuck you.
No, it's right, but like it's like the way she worded it is like, so you telling me you wanted her to attack you?
Mm-hmm. So then we get Tiffany Stratton and Tiffany Stratton versus Fallon Henley. And they have this match, and Fallon wins. Fallon wins. She beats Tiffany Stratton. Now, Tiffany Stratton has to be her servant for a day, I think it is.
They said a day, but it might wind up being longer.
I hope so. I hope they become friends and they become a tag team now.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I actually enjoyed this match.
Yeah, it was a really good match.
Yeah.
And then they announced the Dusty Tag Team Tournament, and these two assholes, I'm not joking, two assholes, Bartender Cabron and Braun Strowman Bread. I mean, not Braun Strowman Bread, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker.
You
Two
need to
totally
think of
different
a name
people.
for him since he's going to be an asshole. You need to make up something stupid for him.
I don't know, but I know that the team, they both said, we're both assholes and we should be a tag team. And I was like, okay, so they're team asshole.
and you know they're winning.
I the funny part is like I don't want them to win because it's a tag team later that I want to win just because of the fact that they're the way they are.
Okay.
So then we have a backstage with Gigi Dolan and Cora Jade. So Gigi was sitting in Cora's spot and they have beef and now they're gonna fight next week. Ha! Okay, cool.
Ah,
So then we get a Ridge Holland interview, and this was one of the saddest fucking things. It's like I felt so bad for this guy because he talked about how he got hurt so many times, how he hurt people, how he has kids and his whole family is there and they depend on him, but he keeps fucking up and he's sad and he just wants to get right. And I felt so bad for this dude. I felt so bad for him.
I like I didn't like this. Like I didn't like this at all.
It was too emotional.
No, I didn't feel emotional at all. That's the funny part. And usually I'm the emotional one. Like I literally cried on this podcast one time. But no, like I did not like this. Like
Okay.
I feel like it shouldn't be a thing. Like you're bringing up how you hurt people. You're bringing up how you got hurt. Like no, no. Sometimes like shit's a little bit too real for me, and this is too real.
I feel like this is going to be a story of redemption, but also like I feel bad for him because it's like you kind of suck, and like there's
I
nothing you
just
can
want to
do
ask
about
you
it.
that.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
like
want to ask you that. Your honest opinion. Do you see him with a singles title?
no, I don't. Like he kind of sucks, and that's the bad part. Like I feel like this story should make you be a champion or be somebody important, but like you suck, and like I don't see you doing anything. So it's like it's a lose lose. So I totally feel bad for him.
Like since he got there, like his debut, I never was a fan of him. I became a little bit of a fan of him with the Brutes. Like I kind of wanted him and Butch, Pete Dunne, whatever you want to call him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I expected them to become tag team champions eventually, but you know,
Listen, I was a fan of him when he was in NXT UK for like 5 seconds, and then after that, I just like totally just didn't care. That was it.
you you did like the stick and all that shit. I didn't even like that.
Yeah, he just like, and then it was like, ah, you sucked it. And then I just like gave up on him, and I still don't care. So
Yeah.
then we had Riley Osborne versus Obafemi, and right before the match, Thea Hill like gave him a high five and like just like she was just so excited. But he lost. He fucking lost the Obafemi. Obafemi beat the shit out of him and he lost. It was a good match, but
I didn't see that
Obafemi
coming.
beat him. I did because like Obafemi just looks like this monster. Like this is the guy. Like Riley Osborne, he couldn't lose, but here's the thing. Riley can lose, and just like everybody else that was in a breakout tournament before him, just become a guy. The thing is, what are they going to do with Obafemi? Yes, he won. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to make him a star.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then after that, JC Jane has an idea to fix Chase University. And that's a thing.
Apparently she's the new
And
leader of Chase University. That's what it felt like to me.
I'm okay with it. Then we see Lyra with Tatum Paxley, and Lyra is fucking terrified of Tatum Paxley because you keep popping the fuck up. This is scares the dog shit out of her.
She was legit scared.
Yes, and then we get Axiom and Nathan Frazier, and they're doing the thing again, and they're talking about getting into the tag team tournament. And while they're saying that, Jensen is in the back, and he's just by himself, and he starts to get sad, and he just walks off. But then Nathan Frazier is talking so much shit that the BBC walk up behind him, and they're like, "Yo, you talking shit about tag teams? Like we right here, we beat the shit out of you." And that sets up them in the Dusty Classic. So
The
yeah.
even funnier part though, like
Mm-hmm.
like a minute before they walked up and whatever, like Axiom asked them something, like I forget what, and Nathan was like, you think you're gonna get me, right? I ain't talking
Mm-hmm.
shit this time. Like, ain't like somebody's gonna be right behind me as soon as I talk shit, so I'm not talking shit this time. Fuck yeah.
And
And then
he
he wanted
did
to talking shit
exactly that.
anyway.
Yep. So then they have the family, and they have this girl who's been with them for weeks. They never gave her a name. She has a name now. I don't remember her name. And
I know her last name is Rizzo.
yeah,
Uh,
whatever her name is.
it, I want to say
Adriana.
Adriana
Adriana.
Rizzo.
Yeah, it's Adriana Rizzo. That's it. And they go
Oh,
into the
okay.
car, and Joe Gacy is in the back, and they're like, "What happened to the body?" He was like, "Oh, I threw it away." Oh, okay, that's weird, but all right.
They
So
were scared as shit though. They were like, "Oh fuck, now what?"
right. So then we get to the main event, and it's Trick Williams versus Grayson Waller. And so before the match, they said former NXT champion is going to be here to watch on the show, and everybody thought it was going to be Andrade. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's fucking Kevin Owens, and he punches the shit out of Grayson Waller, fucks him up. Grayson Waller gets back in the ring. Trick Williams, I mean, Mello is trying to fuck up Trick and like confuse him, and Trick turns right around, knees Grayson Waller right in the face. 1, 2, 3. Trick beats Grayson Waller, and that's how we go off the air. So I mean, this was a really good, like this was a really good show. And this match was good enough to like main event the show, this kind of pay per view X NXT show. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So speaking of NXT, so Toronto in June, they're going to do Money in the Bank. So it's going to be SmackDown, Money in the Bank, and NXT Heatwave. So Heatwave is going to be the pay per view in Toronto on a Sunday, right after Money in the Bank. That was a big announcement for Triple H.
Okay.
Yes, it's very weird. That was the announcement. This huge announcement that he was supposed to be doing. But yeah, that was a
I don't
thing.
get how that's so huge, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. So the funny part about that is the big announcement. Days before the big announcement, we know the big announcement was coming, but days before the big announcement, had everybody up in arms because because of TNA. And I know you're like, what the fuck does
Uh huh.
TNA have to do with this?
I heard about this.
TNA are, first off, they're going to the Endeavor streaming services, and everybody's like immediately like, oh, that's WWE Endeavor, kind of Endeavor. And it's like, kind of, but not really. But also TNA posted, hey guys, we're doing PLEs now. And everybody's like, wait, whoa, what? Yeah, PLEs. What? Yeah, PLEs, like premium live events. And as soon as everybody heard that, the first thing they're like, wait, this could be the big announcement. That's the big announcement. That's it. That's the big announcement, right? Right? Wrong. It had nothing to do with Tina. Yeah.
That would have been cool.
It would have, and it would have just like knocked off one of my fucking predictions for the year. But yeah, that was a thing. So so it was on the special. They did break something, which is Becky Lynch and Nakamura are both going to be in the Royal Rumble. So they're
Okay.
officially now in the Royal Rumble. So now we have to go back to day one, which was it started out with Michael Cole and Wade Barrett in the ring, and they're basically running down a card of what's going to happen on day one. And immediately, the show starts off with Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch. Now, now, did you think the ending was going to be the ending of Nia Jax versus Becky Lynch?
Hell no.
The funny part about this, we were talking about this, and halfway through the match, as we're talking, I immediately was like, because my stance was immediately like, oh, Becky's winning, it's all over, and we're done. But halfway through the match,
Hmm.
something clicked in my head and said, you know what? They're gonna extend this. They're gonna extend this, and they're gonna let Nia win. And that's what, like, they're going to go further with this. And that's exactly what they did. They let Nia win. And now Becky has to, before she gets this title match at WrestleMania, has to go through Nia Jax. So this is now something that's a thing. Also, there was blood in this match. So yeah.
Quote
How do you
unquote blood.
yes, how do you feel about fake blood in WWE now?
Uh, I'm okay with it, but that was a little bit too fake for me. Like, make it a little bit more real and like we're good. That shit, no.
Yes. So then we had Cody come out, and Cody was basically wants to fight Nakamura, and Nakamura says, "You know what, Cody? Next week, me and you next week." So he's like, "Okay, we'll do this next week." All right. So then we have a tag team match, and this is Renegade actually booked this match because he said Jay Uso should team up with Kofi Kingston against Imperium, and I don't know how,
It,
but this like went off the rails and got an injury really quick. So
Kofi like kicked the shit out of fucking Vinci. So,
yeah, and Vinci was knocked the fuck out. He was knocked out. They
yep.
stopped the match, and now Kofi and it was so bad because Kofi and Jay was standing there. They was so baffled. They were like, "What the fuck just happened?" I was like, "What happened?" Like, and he was injured. Like they walked him out and they stopped the match. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Part of me I actually thought it was fucking a work.
Yeah, a lot of people did, but thank God it wasn't a work. I mean, no, I mean, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I did mean that. But like it wasn't a work. But yeah. So then we had Miz TV. And Miz calls out the Judgment Day, but here comes our Truth. So Miz and Truth are there, and he's telling Truth, "You're not in the Judgment Day." And then the Judgment Day come out and basically tell Truth, "You're still not in this." So then Miz says we should have a tag team match. And Truth goes, "Oh, we doing one of those tag team matches. I'll follow your lead, Dom." Wink. And he does this wink. It's like, what the fuck? It is so stupid.
What
So
was it
how
called?
did
Bad Bedfellows or some shit.
yes. So how do you feel about this team coming back together, the Awesome Truth? How do you feel? Because you love the Awesome Truth.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Part of me hopes they stay together, but at the same time, I'm loving what they're doing with Truth right now with the Judgment Day. So I'm kind of like, you know,
Mm-hmm. And this was so good. Like this match was so good because Truth kept like accidentally fucking up the Judgment Day, which was so funny. And the Awesome Truth winds up winning. Like, damn, that was funny. So
right?
then we had something that I fucking hated. It was a club scene. The only good thing about this club scene with this tag team title thing was Piper Niven. Like she just looked amazing. That was the only good thing. She looked amazing in this club situation, and it basically set up a tag team title match. That's it.
I agree with you with everything. Like I hated this whole segment. Right, other than Piper.
Yes. So then we had Ivy Nile versus Rhea Ripley. And literally no one thought Ivy Nile would beat Rhea Ripley, but Ivy Nile put up a fucking fight. She put up a fucking fight that had everybody living and dying going, oh my God, like she's really fucking her up. Like she's really fucking her up. And
Did you
yeah,
misspeak? I
no,
think you
Ivy Nile was
misspoke.
no, Ivy Nile was fucking Rhea up. Yeah, she did fuck her up.
No, that's not what I mean. You said
What?
no one thought that Ivy was gonna win. I was one of the ones that
Okay.
thought she was gonna win.
Oh, okay. All right. You thought she was gonna win. I
Yes.
yeah, I didn't. I didn't. So that was that was a thing. And yeah, like that was Ivy lost, but okay. That yeah. So now we move on. And then we move on to something that I actually hated the first part of this, like the
Okay.
last part, but I hated the first part of this because that shit was crazy. So we're expecting this person to come out, and it was like, okay, it's going to be a former world champion, and they go, Jinder Mahooty, and everybody fucking dies, and I'm like, oh my God, that is so funny. I knew who the guy was. I knew exactly who the person was. I knew exactly who the person was. But when they fucking swerved everybody with the Jinder Mahooty thing, I was like, oh my God. The reason I didn't like it was because Jinder Mahooty just starts doing all of this anti American bullshit. And I'm like,
Yeah, I hated
dude,
that.
it's 2024. Like, leave that shit behind. Leave that shit behind, player. They're like, no, 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 no. He does his whole anti American trope. And then all of a sudden, The Rock
If you
shows up.
smell. Yep.
And it was
Here's
so
the funny
like
part.
the
I
uh
actually
huh.
was more excited to see Gender than I was The Rock. But
Oh, a
I
lot of
agree with you
people were.
100%. I didn't like the whole like anti-America thing. So
Yeah, that pissed me off. And then The Rock came
same.
out and gave this fucking all American presidential speech. And it's like how he unites America and this American shit. And we're like, oh, all right, whatever. Who gives a fuck? And then like him and Jinder get into it. He rock bottoms Jinder. And after that, The Rock is fucking winded. Like Rock needs to work on his cardio. I know he looks like $1,000,000. He needs to work on his fucking cardio because after that, he's fucking breathing heavy into the mic, and then he's asking everybody, like Rock needs to go out to get something to eat. Where should I go? Should I sit at the bar? Should I sit at the booth? Should I sit at the head of the table?
That's the way he sounded. That's the way he sounded.
I was so disappointed in The Rock. Like I love The Rock, but like Jesus, dude, it was bad. It was bad. So
At least they're gonna
now,
do it though. I'm happy about that.
but that's the thing though. So where do they do it? Where do they do it? Because in Australia, Perth, Australia has asked for, hey guys, can we have The Rock? And there's no like everybody's like, there's no way in hell that Rock is working the elimination chamber against Roman Reigns for the title. There's no way he's doing that. And it's like Perth actually asked for him to be there. So that's not too much of a stretch. That's not a stretch at all. And like that's a thing. It could happen. So wouldn't that be better because like Cody can still finish his story at WrestleMania? And then people are like,
Yeah,
well, the Rock match versus Roman is WrestleMania worthy, so Cody should wrestle Roman at Elimination Chamber. And it's like no, because like then it takes all the mystique of him winning the title. And
exactly.
the thing is, he should like first off, I want Roman to beat Hulk's record, which is a long way away. And like, if they do the right thing and do it the right way, they can have this. But we just get like, I don't know. Like, I want The Rock to wrestle Roman at Elimination Chamber because somebody on a Rumor and Innuendo podcast with Nick Hausman gave this suggestion of what Rock should do at WrestleMania, and I was like, you know what? I fucking am all sexually for this. This is my shit. Because you know what they said? They said
What?
Rock should go to WrestleMania and face Solo Sikoa, and Solo should beat The Rock. And I was like, you know what? That would be awesome. Solo beats The Rock, and then Solo just goes up against Roman and be like, yo, I beat The
I
Rock.
was just about to say that part. Yes.
And it's like, oh my God, he is the true head of the table. And like, we have that match, and like, it's like, holy shit. Like, when that person said that, I think his name is Robert Karpolis on the podcast. When he said that, I was like, you know what? I want that. I want that. I
Same.
want Rock versus Solo. Like, fuck yes.
Yes.
Like, fuck yes. Yes.
1,000,000% yes.
So back to day one, we have Natalia and Tegan versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks. And we knew that Shayna and Zoe were going to win because they're going to be number one contenders for the TikTok Toxic Tag Team. And, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Uh-huh.
No, I'm not going to say I disagree with you again because I actually agree with you 100%. However, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it me or did this feel like a squash match, which it probably should not have been like a squash match because it was kind of a pay-per-view esque Raw, you know?
No,
I feel like fucking Shayna and Zoe destroyed them.
No, it definitely happened. That definitely happened. They definitely destroyed them. It was like, I'm glad they did because like I really didn't want to see a long tag match, but it was like I'm glad they did. So then we get to the main event, and it's Drew McIntyre versus Seth freaking Rollins. And oh my God, this match was really good. This match was really good.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna say something dumb, but like it's kind of the only thing I was like about to say. This is the best Raw match of the year. Technically, that's true because like it was the best match on that Raw.
Yeah.
And Drew fucking almost won, but here's the funny part, and this is gonna lead to a bigger fucking story. Drew almost wins, and fucking Seth's leg gets put on the ropes because Drew pulls Seth too far in the pin. His foot's on the rope, and they had to break up the pin. Drew could have won, but Seth's foot was on the rope. And that's the thing. That's Drew's thing. Drew fucking killed himself. Drew killed
He fucked up.
Yeah, just like that alarm, and you didn't check your text messages. Yeah, that thing.
No, I'm trying to turn it off now. I actually saw it. I was trying to turn it off. Go ahead. I had it in my hand the whole time.
Drew won. I mean, Drew lost because yeah, that threw me off.
Damien.
Yeah,
Damien.
no, the alarm threw me off. But yeah, no, Damien tried to cash in. Damien tried to cash in, and Drew almost won. He cost himself the title, and then Seth Rollins won. So yeah, that was the thing. So yeah, that was day one.
Will this cause beef between Damien and Drew now?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, this is that was the thing, and that was the end of Raw, and that was the end of the first start of the week, there's still more to happen. There's Jesus more to happen because you still got Collision, SmackDown, Rampage, New Year's Dash, and then a lot of other stuff that's happening. A lot of other stuff that's happening. And there's like tons of breaking news. This is just the beginning of the year, and there's gonna be a ton of shit. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the podcast.
Matt Riddle's supposed to like debut in MLW, so
And Hammerstone's supposed
I'm
to be
kind of
in
looking.
TNA. Yeah.
Yep. So 2024, y'all. 2024. That's my last thing I'm gonna say for the podcast. 2024.